Hey y'all, how you doing? The Move, hosted by Nicholas Brown and Brown. Truth about Miami. Not gonna talk your ear off. Get straight to the point. And I'm mainly doing this because dudes like Fresh and Fit and other folks who moved here to Miami from other places, especially Will Smith and that bullshit ass song that he dropped in the 90s. I mean, I don't understand how somebody from Philly could make a song about Miami. But anyway, haven't lived here in full, seen the whole area, but got a whole song about Miami, and the rest of the world thinks that's what it's like. All right, let me break it down to y'all. The parts of Miami that dudes like Fresh and Fit, people who have a ton of followers on Instagram, athletes, the part of Miami that they usually hang out at is the beach. Usually the beach area. Beach areas are separated in separate sections. All right? When you start from the top of the county on the ocean side, which is Collins Avenue, right? The first beach is Golden Beach. Golden Beach ain't nothing but millionaires, bosses, and ballers. All right, you need bread to stay on Golden Beach. It's so exclusive. It's so private. They have their own police department, Golden Beach, and the side of the beach that they're on is considered private property. The only people that can go on the Golden Beach are people who live on Golden Beach. They have a special ID and everything. How I know? I used to work security on that beach for a little bit. That's how I know. Now, after Golden Beach, you have Sunny Isles Beach. Sunny Isles Beach, it's cool if you have 2, 3, 4 grand to stay there, right? A bunch of condos and stuff like that. And if you can find parking, go across the street. It's a nice, cool little laid-back beach or whatever. It's a hidden gem, if you will. After Sunny Isles Beach, you have Hialeah Beach. Hialeah Beach, that's the more public beach, if you will. You know what I mean? Everybody and their mama, especially from the hood, they go to Hialeah Beach and they hang out during Memorial Weekend and stuff like that, or 4th of July or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's if you want to spend time with family and stuff. You know what I mean? They have a fish store there, fish market there or whatever, and it's fresh fish caught damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, if you want to have good fish, go to the fish shop at Hialeah Beach or whatever. It's right across the street from it. It's by like Kelly's fishing boat or fishing trip or something like that. It'll say Kelly's whatever trip or whatever. And yeah, you get fresh fish there at Hialeah Beach. Right after Hialeah Beach, that's when you start going into like Miami Beach area or whatever. But you'll go to like Surfside. I believe after Hialeah Beach, you got Surfside, right? Surfside is like Bow Harbor shops and stuff like that. That sort of area. Once again, you need the ability to stay in that area. But bottom line, if it's up and down the beach, it's gonna cost an arm and a dick, not an arm and a leg, an arm and a dick to stay on the goddamn beach. You heard? So if you want to live beyond your means, which a lot of people do, because I remember when I was delivering pizzas on Sunny Isles Beach years ago, my manager said he was complaining about credit cards, people paying for pizza with credit cards. A lot of people overdrafting on their credit cards just to pay for a pepperoni pizza or whatever. And the manager, he was like, man, a lot of people, they live way beyond their means. Like they make like $50,000, $60,000 a year. All right, cool. But you make $2,500, $3,000 on rent just to say that you live on the beach, and you can't even buy groceries for yourself. Hardly got furniture in your house, but you in a studio apartment on the beach fronting like life is beautiful, right? So yeah, you have a lot of people that's fronting and living on the beach. All right. Side note. Now, After Hollover and Surfside, that's when you start really getting into Miami Beach area. Excuse me. Oh, kind of tired recording this. That's when you really start getting into Miami Beach area. Miami Beach area, well, nice little apartments, condos, and stuff like that. But it's just like any other place that have a bunch of condos and shit. It's just that you could go across the street and look at the water. That's it. That's all. You're paying an arm and a dick just to say that you live by the water and possibly down the street from a celebrity, or you're able to get a celebrity sighting. All right, that's it. That's all you're fucking paying for. Now, the bottom part of Miami Beach, from like I believe 20th Street, right? On down, Northeast 20th Street or whatever the fuck it's called, on down. Yeah, that's the beach area. That's South Beach. From like 24th Street on down, that's South Beach. See, South Beach is not a huge strip or whatever. It's not. It's not like no huge, area, community or whatever. It's just a small strip. And you have Ocean Drive, Collins Ave, Washington Ave, stuff like that, or whatever. Those three are the main streets, or whatever. You know what I mean? Where people are just walking up and down Washington, trying to find a club or whatever, or just walk around seeing the sights, or they're walking up and down Collins. That's the main strip or whatever. And then you have Ocean Drive. That's like I said, South Beach they added Ocean Drive or whatever just to add extra, they have extra hotels and restaurants and stuff like that. And everything costs an arm, a dick, and two balls. Yeah, it gets a little extra expensive just because it's South Beach. Just because it's South Beach, a regular $2 to $3 to $4 coffee, $5 coffee from like fucking Dunkin' Donuts or some shit. All of a sudden, a little cafe on South Beach proper, if you will, a little coffee, little iced coffee. All of a sudden, that shit looking like $8, $9, $10, $12 and shit. Like, what the fuck? Just cause it's South Beach. Granted, South Beach, there's a lot of beautiful people walking around, working out, seeing the sights and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. Granted, Memorial Weekend gets a little ghetto. Why? Because you see how a bunch of people go to rich people go to Ibiza at a certain time of year or whatever, over in Spain or whatever. Well, Memorial Weekend, this is our, black folks Ibiza, if you will. They can't afford to go to Jamaica or whatever. Can't afford to go to Cancun. So what you do? You scrape up just enough pennies to get you a nice little hotel on the beach. And then boom, you go to South Beach. You chilling, you vibing, you in Miami. Closest thing to the Caribbean, closest thing to Latin America, closest thing to feeling foreign. Because there's so many different blends of cultures and people down here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you want to feel exotic and you balling on a budget, go to hotels.com, book you a little cheap flight, Spirit Airlines for $100, $200 or whatever. Get you a hotel for super low, $30 to $50 a night. You and your homegirls or your homeboys or whatever, y'all pitch in for a hotel with 2 beds or whatever, just 3, 4, 5, 6 of y'all or whatever, and y'all packed in this little punk ass hotel room, maybe even 2 if y'all got a little extra money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, y'all patching up, just to make the trip. But yeah, that's what a lot of motherfuckers do. Just to say they went to, I'm in Miami Beach, you know what I mean? That little dumbass shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the touristy side. Usually up and down the beach, that's the touristy side. That's the side where people brag about. That's the side that everybody views Miami as. That's the scope. That's the tourism board down here. That's what they want you to view Miami as. A bunch of models, rich folk, people with money living their life. Boom. Right? Now, let's go outside of that. Right? Let's go outside of that. Let's dig deeper. Right? You go over the bridge. You go over the 195. You go over the 395. You go past the Venetian Causeway. These are three main highways that connects you to Miami Beach or South Beach, right? Okay. And there's another causeway when you go over, if you're over here on the mainland and you drive down 79th Street, right here in Miami, which rolls through Liberty City, all right, which is part of Miami, right? Oh, one thing I gotta break down to you, you gotta understand, Miami, it's called Miami-Dade County. Just like how you have LA County, how you have the city of LA, but around LA you'll have like East LA, and you'll have other little municipalities or whatever. That's kind of how Miami-Dade is built. You have Miami proper, and then you have all the municipalities within Miami-Dade County that still get considered as part of Miami. For instance, one part of Miami called Brownsville, right? It's in or around Liberty City, but it's its own little municipality. You know what I'm saying? But on the address, you could put whatever address of 5735 Northwest 26th Avenue 331 whatever, and boom, Miami, Florida 33 whatever, a zip code, right? You could put that. Now, keep in mind, the area is called Brownsville, but you could put Miami, Florida zip code, long as the zip code says what municipality you're in, or what have you, or what part, or what zone, or whatever of Miami that you're in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fam, that's kind of how it goes, you know? Now, when you go across the bridge, you're heading into the municipalities, or whatever. The other side of the bridge, more than likely where Fresh and Fit punk ass stay at, they always say that we live in Brickell. Brickell is right next door to downtown Miami, right? Downtown Miami, that's where you have, well, pretty soon they changing the name from American Airlines Arena. That's where the Miami Heat play at. You have the Arch Center, which is like the place where you look at plays and stuff like that or whatever. I went to go see The Lion King with my niece, and I brought my mom with me. I paid for the tickets and everything. It was a beautiful show. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. But yeah, the Arts Center. What else? You have Books of Books downtown, right in the Arts Center. What else? You have a bunch of nightclubs and stuff like that. You have fancy hotels like the Continental, stuff like that. You know, it's real nice, touristy or whatever. You can go to Bayside or whatever. Right next door to Bayside is the amphitheater. The amphitheater is where they usually have the big concerts here in Miami. You know, you'll have like the Bob Marley Festival here, reggae concerts, big hip hop shows or whatever. You know what I mean? 4th of July shows. Boom, it's right at the amphitheater, right? It's outdoor sort of thing or whatever, and people come down to perform at the amphitheater. You know what I mean? And then you got Bayside and all those little touristy areas, right? You know what I mean? Right. If you drive down one of the tunnels, you either heading to the port of Miami, where a lot of the ships and stuff come in, or you make one or two turns where the cruise lines are at, Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, those kind of cruise ships. All of that's near downtown, right? Now, right next door to downtown Miami is Brickell, where Fresh and Fit bitch ass be at. Brickell is the business district of Miami. all you see mostly are fancy hotels. You might have some condos, you might have some, one or two communities there, but you need bread to stay in Brickell. Straight up and down. You do need money to live in Brickell. I ain't gonna front. You gotta be a doctor or a lawyer. You gotta be doing something with yourself in order to live in Brickell. And like I said, that's the business hub. That's our Wall Street. So all you're gonna see is like big tall ass buildings, and these buildings are like, like Bank of America building. You know what I mean? Shit. Greenberg and Torek. That's like the biggest entertainment law firm in America. They have one of their offices. Hell, I wouldn't even say offices. It's an office building. They own a whole bloody skyscraper, Greenberg and Torek or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like the stock exchange, if you will, is in Brickell. Movers and shakers stay in Brickell. Hell, the business school of, if I'm not mistaken, one of the business schools, especially the finance hub for Florida International University, they have a building downtown that's for their business hub, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of business gets conducted downtown. But bottom line, usually a lot of tourists, once again, will stay downtown if they not staying in the beach. Right next door to downtown, you have Midtown. Midtown is nothing but shopping or whatever. Shopping plazas, shopping malls, or what have you. And yeah, if you have some cash to splurge, go ahead. Right next door to that area, you have the fashion district. Fashion district, you buy, a bunch of clothes. Hermes has a store in the fashion district. Right down the street from there, you might see like a few exotic car lots or whatever. You know what I mean? But bottom line, a lot of the people who got some money, who got some cake, that don't want to live on the beach, they'll live in like that downtown sort of area. You know what I'm saying? Wynwood is right down the street from downtown Miami or whatever. Wynwood used to be, before they beautified it and made it the art district and shit. Wynwood, man, it was a bunch of like warehouses and cokeheads and crackheads and junkies used to be up and down Wynwood. You know what I'm saying? But then they cleared it out, beautified it, gentrified it, made Art Basel to bring in people or whatever. Next thing you know, Wynwood is all hoity-toity or whatever. And four blocks down from Wynwood, you go right into Overtown. Overtown at one point was a lot bigger than what it is now. A lot of places that have restaurants and shit now, like I said, like with Wynwood, at one point that would have been considered part of Overtown. But like I said, they beautified it, gentrified it, flipped it, rubbed it down, changed it up. Overtown, historically, that's the black section. Black folks lived in Overtown since the beginning of Miami or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have Little Haiti, which used to be called Lemon City, or if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of black folks stay in Overtown, Little Haiti, Liberty City area. Even though some of it is gentrified, you know what I'm saying? Officially, they're still, these names are still there. They ain't going nowhere, hopefully, right? At one part of of Overtown was the business district called Good Bread Alley. It was, and other things and other little sections where it was nothing but like doctors, lawyers, money lenders, stuff like that, shopping stores. But then they ran I-95 through that bitch. Part of I-95 that goes through Overtown was the business district. The highway crushed. They cleared out the whole business district where black folks are making money, taking care of themselves. Ran the I-95 through it just so tourists can concentrate on going to either Coconut Grove or down south in Kendall, or going on one of the highways that lead to downtown area or heading to the beach. They wanted people to bypass Overtown. They have high walls up and everything. Bypass Overtown. Forget there's a black area where that's popping. Because at one point, Sammy Davis Jr. used to be there. Big stars, Aretha Franklin, all of them used to hang out in Overtown. Stayed in hotels in Overtown. Perform at the Lyric Theater in Overtown. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they destroyed all of that, dropped crack in the hood and everything that's wrong with the hood today, right? But but that's a whole nother story. But bottom line, you have Overtown. That's the hood side. Overtown, Liberty City, right? You go a little bit further up north, northwest. When you get out of this, get out of Liberty City, you run into North Miami area. You have like Miami-Dade College over there. There's a lot of Haitian folk that's there in North Miami. You know what I'm saying? A lot of strip clubs and stuff like that in North Miami. It's kind of hood, kind of ghetto. You know what I mean? Had an ex-girlfriend that stayed in like North Miami area. You know what I'm saying? Down the street from Westview or what have you. You know what I mean? Westview Middle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Yeah, you sort of have that North Miami area. There's other little proper names for them or whatever, like Little River and stuff like that. But I'm just giving you like the main areas, if you will. And side of the areas I'm talking about: Opa-Locka, North Miami, Little Haiti, Liberty City, and all that. It's a large black areas, black communities, ghetto, hood, some projects, some ghetto as apartment buildings and stuff like that, but we do what we do it the best we can. We work hard, mainly hard-working people. All right, now when you drive past North Miami, you'll come into Opa-Locka, right? Opa-Locka, you have the Black Back Blues or whatever, places like that or what have you, right? When you drive past Opa-Locka, you run into where I'm at, Miami Gardens, aka Murder Gardens. Got a bit of a reputation, but hey, it is what it is. Miami Gardens at one point was heavily considered Carroll City. Carroll City, you have Carroll City High School or whatever. I almost went to Carroll City, but a few 1-2 switcheroo moves, and I ended up going to Norland Senior High School. Anyway, bottom line, you have Carroll City, aka Miami Gardens, because that's what it's the official name, incorporated since 2002. But we still call that bitch Carroll City if you're from around here. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you go out west, on the northwest side, you'll leave Miami Gardens and run into Miami Lakes, Hialeah area. Miami Lakes, nice area. Uncle Luke stays there. Some of the Two Live crew, one of them died. God bless the dead a few years ago, whatever. Ex-Miami Dolphins players, they stayed in Miami Lakes area, certain parts, right? Nice little section, big houses and stuff like that. But if you drive a little south from Miami Lakes, you'll run right into Hialeah, or what some folks will call Crime-Aleah. That's where a lot of Latin folks stay there. You know what I mean? The Cubans and Colombians and all of them be over there wilding. Puerto Ricans be over there wilding. It's the more ghetto ones. Then you have Little Havana. That's the more historical side of it, where a lot of Latino people stay at or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Little Havana, of course, is going to be a lot of Cubans, respectable, hardworking people. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be wilding, but for the most part, poppy. They work. You know what I mean? Some of them, it's only a small amount of people, black folks, Latinos, who be on that hood shit that's down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's only like 5 to 10% of them that represent the population of Miami or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's only a small amount. But bottom line, for the most part, just hardworking people trying to figure shit out day by day. You feel me? So yeah, you got Hialeah and little Havana. The airport is right around that area. You have Doral. A lot of these places that's out west, like Northwest 170 of something, Northwest 140 something, Northwest 215. Those places mainly have a lot of Latin people. I mean, Kendall, Kendall, where else? Shoot. Yeah, like just Kendall and further down, a lot of Latinos or what have you, right? The Doral area, a lot of Latinos. You know what I mean? A large chunk of Southwest Miami-Dade is Latinos through and through. Can't even front about that, right? Now, if you go south past Brickell, past downtown, right? You run into Coconut Grove. Coconut Grove is sort of touristy or whatever, but one section of Coconut Grove ain't nothing but black people that stay there. How come? Much of Coconut Grove and the blueprint of it or whatever, the bare bones of it, the skeleton, if you will, were built by Bahamian people. That's why every year, at one point, they had a festival called the Goombay. The Goombay was supposed to be something like the Junkanoo in the Bahamas. All right. And they carried that tradition over where, every year during the summer, they celebrate. It's supposed to be a celebration of life. You know what I mean? Even though ignorant Negroes be wilding at the goddamn Goombay. You know what I mean? But still, got Coconut Grove, got bars and stuff like that in the Cocoa Walk area. And then down the street from the Cocoa Walk area, you have the hood side of Coconut Grove. When you drive past Coconut Grove, you run into Coral Gables. Coral Gables, douchebag lawyers stay there, stuff like that. The University of Miami is in Coral Gables or whatever. So you kind of got to have some kind of money to stay in Coral Gables. Sheiks who have businesses and stuff like that, they live in Coral Gables and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People with bread, fashion models and stuff like that. It's kind of low key. It's historical Miami-Dade County or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you drive past Coral Gables and all that, you have Kendall and all that, and then you have South Miami. South Miami has a section with black folks there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a little ghetto there as well, But hey, whatever. Some parts of South Miami. Then when you go further down, you go further down. And when I mean further down, I'm talking about way down. You know what I'm saying? When you drive way down, you start going. It kind of reminds me of Opa-Locka, but the people there, they hood, but they country at the same damn time. If I'm making any sense, you have Perrine or whatever. That's where, from what I understand, that's really where Trick Daddy is from. The rapper Trick Daddy. His people really from Perrine, or they call it P-Rine. It's Perrine, but they call it P-Rine. Right? If you want to get all hood with it. They kind of ghetto there as well, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you have Perrine, and you drive further down, you got Cutler Bay and all that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you have those places. You also have certain beaches like Hobby Beach or whatever, Key Biscayne. That those beaches, it was a historical black beach back there, on Key Biscayne, back in the day when they had Jim Crow, when black folk couldn't go to Miami Beach, we had to go way over to Key Biscayne or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Yeah, you have little beaches over there. Now it's a bunch of Latinos that go to those beaches or whatever. But yeah, all right. You keep going further south. You have if you're in Coconut Grove or whatever, you have Vizcaya. You have the Seaquarium around there. You have the museum, the main museum down here, the Miami Museum or whatever. I forgot the full official name of it, but it's the biggest museum that we got here. That's like the more official one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, but let me continue on. Keep going further south. You have Naranja, Ghouls, Homestead. Homestead is hood because a lot of people that got pushed out of Liberty City when they started gentrifying areas, they got shipped to Homestead. Now Homestead is a little hood, a little country, because they have farms and stuff down there. You have people that farm avocados and stuff like that. People that farm watermelons, strawberries and stuff like that down there. You know what I'm saying? Homestead, a lot of farming goes on there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you drive past Homestead, it's the 7 Mile Bridge, and that leads you to the Keys or whatever. But yeah, that is the last place before you reach the bridge that connects to the Keys. All right. Now that you kind of have the topography of it all, that's just part one of it. Uh, I'm thinking maybe I should do a part. Should I do a part two, or should I continue on? Now I'm gonna stop here. That's the typography of it all, or whatever. Yeah, so not typography, but the general idea of how it is in terms of municipalities and stuff like that, where certain people live at, certain types of groups live at, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just a quick rundown of it from somebody who was born, who I wasn't born here. I came here when I was like 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 30s now, fam. I've been living in Miami all my life. I've traveled a bit and stuff like that, stayed in different places, but Miami's, the home is where the heart is. And I love being here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are like the sort of main areas that you'll memorize after a while, because those are the main areas people live at, they congregate, they stay, they work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are like the main areas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have Metro Zoo way down south and stuff like that, and yeah, and other little places in between. But yeah, that's a general idea of the map of Miami, if you will. All right. I'm gonna hit y'all with a part two another time. I know I'm running my mouth a little too much, but yeah, just wanted to give y'all a quick rundown. All right, part two coming more than likely tomorrow.